You've been manipulated before. Now, even though you may not believe me, you have. And if you just listen to me for these 4 minutes, you will realize exactly who, when, and how you were manipulated, and how you can defend yourself from these little tactics that people use and stop letting other people take advantage of you, especially from the second one, because that's extremely powerful. Let's get straight into it. Number one is urgency. Now, urgency relates to a limited amount of time. And a lot of shops do this with sales. For example, it could be a Christmas sale, a summer sale, an Easter sale, a spring sale, Halloween sale, whatever the shit may be. There's always a limited amount of time, 24 hours, 2 weeks, last day, 4 hours, whatever it may be. As an example, I'll give you the Tate one, the classic one. This is the last opportunity you'll ever have to escape the Matrix, and if you don't, you'll be trapped forever. That's just one example. But the reason I'm telling you this is to make sure that you actually want the thing and you actually value the thing rather than just focusing on the deal or the urgency aspect. Don't be one of those guys that instantly see, oh fuck, limited amount of time, let me get it. Actually think about what you want, why you desire it, and then you'll be fully equipped to defend yourself. Now, it's the comparison principle. You can make anything seem bigger or smaller, slower or faster, better or worse, just by comparing it to something else. Now, as an example, let's say that the camera that I'm recording this on, let's say I tell you it's £1,000. And you may think that's a decent amount. £1,000 is pretty good. But what if I tell you that on retail, that sells for 1.7k and actually got it for 1k from a friend? Now, this is a simple example, but you get the point. If I want to make this phone seem cheap, I will compare it to something more expensive. Now, shops do this a lot with discounted prices. Salespeople do this. They will usually start with a higher price. They'll see if you're receptive and they'll slowly lower it down. For example, like window cleaners, let's say it costs 150. Let's just say it costs 150. They'll usually start with a quote at 350. They'll go down to 299, 349. Actually, fuck it. Let me just give you a nice deal. Let's just say 150. But because they started at 350, it makes the 150 seem so much lower. So next time you're in a shop and you see a discounted price, even online they do this a lot. Let's say a product is £23, there'll be like 63 with a red dot across it. So next time you encounter one of these, make sure that you make your decision based on the actual product itself and not the discounted price. I'm actually going to give you a bonus one, and this is being likable. A lot of people and a lot of salesmen try to become friends with you in some sense. They try to just be nice, be interested in you, have cool conversations, be interesting, etc., etc. And the reason they do this is because they want you to feel bad for not buying whatever they have to sell, because they're essentially your friend. And people usually do this. They usually end up succumbing to these tactics and buying it anyway. Now, I'm not saying that as a salesman being friendly is bad, but as a customer, they lose focus of the actual product. They focus on the person selling it.
Oh, because he's selling it, it must be good. Because he's telling me this, it must be good.
If that happens to you, you need to focus more on the product and detach the person who's selling it to you. Just focus on this. Don't be one of those people that are just super gullible, and just because, let's say, a friend or a friendly person comes up to you and starts selling you something, that you immediately trust them. Don't do that. You need to actually analyze the product before making a decision. Now, whenever you're buying a product, keep these in mind. And not just these ones, there are loads of different ones. But the best advice I can give you is separate the product from everything surrounding it. Because surrounding the product, there's going to be loads of marketing tactics, deals, urgency, scarcity tactics, comparison tactics, everything. But what you want to do is just isolate the product, so you're just looking at it. And also, when you're just speaking to people in general, you realize that a lot of people actually use these subtle techniques, even though they may not be meaning to. But just be wary of them. You'll be much more equipped. Now subscribe, because there's loads more videos just like this to not only help you defend yourself from influence tactics, but also I'm going to be giving you some powerful influence tactics that you can use on other people.